talking to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpick in your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?
And what's going on, everybody, man? I'm your host of SMACM World, Shabazz, and I got a very special guest. Please introduce yourself, man.
Charles Hall.
Charles Hall, man, is a good friend of mine, an old mentor back in the day, man. And how we started off the show, Charles, as you know, you give everybody their roses, man. You know, I definitely want to make sure you know what you meant to me as far as my athletic career in high school and how you was, you know, molding me, letting me know how the game goes as far as football. That was the first thing you was teaching me when I was in 9th grade and got moved up, and you just let me know how varsity works. And I was just locked in on you, asking you 1,000 questions, but you was answering them, and you know, you was patient with me. Yeah. And of course, track side, which wasn't my favorite sport, but you still was taking your time. And you was teaching me how to run out those blocks. Yeah. And you know, my senior year, I ended up making it to the state in the 100 meter and the 200 meter. I didn't win like you did. Yeah. We'll get into that later. Yeah. But I made it to the state finals. I take that as a badge of honor, man. Just because of you, man. I owe that to you. Yeah. And I told you that before we even got on the camera, man. Like what you mean to me. So and then on the other side, you know, you been with your wife, Keisha. Yeah. My wife named Keisha. It's a coincidence, man. So, man, I just see how you've been a father and a husband. Yeah. Man, I can keep going on and on, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Appreciate you having me. I reached out to you, you know, through our mutual friend, Cameron Walker. I told him, I said, hey, man, I've been seeing everybody else tell their story, so I said, let me get up here, man.
Absolutely.
And I want to give you your flowers, man, for doing something like this, and, you know, on the black athlete and all athletes, you know what I'm saying, on the coast, because we have a voice, but it's so small, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And hopefully, you know, they get to know us and know the kind of characters and players that we have here, and they get far.
That's one of the reasons why I want to do past, present, and future, just tell everybody got a journey, and I'm always intrigued. I really want to go dive deeper in yours, man, and it's enough about me, you know, this ain't about me, this is about you, man. Okay. One of the fastest humans I ever seen run, man. So Charles, man, tell us, man, a lot of people may not know, man, you're not really from Gulfport, you know, you was raised in Jackson County in Moss Point. Man, kind of talk about that a little bit. Okay. How your athletic career started.
Well, I'm originally born in Pascagoula, Single River Hospital, which is Jackson County, man. And the first time that I ever liked football, man, I went to a Moss Point High game. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And when you went to the game, it was different. You know, like when you growing up as a kid, you know, you see here everybody playing games. Oh, I'm Dion. Oh, I'm Emmett Smith. But I was hearing names like Nico Hunter. I was hearing names like Jason Armstead, all these type of guys. So when I seen them, I was like, okay, I see these dudes every day. But then what made me fall in love with the game is how they interact with you. You know what I'm saying? They treated you like, hey man, you can do this too, man. And when you get the first taste of the game, it's different from Moss Point, man, than anywhere else, man. I mean, a lot of people don't know, man, over there, everybody's like your cousin. Your father worked at the shipyard, your mama worked at the shipyard. So you're gonna play with these guys on Saturday. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like always going against your family members. Absolutely. And I think that's what made me tough, but I will say this. I'm always gonna say this no matter where I go. I love Gulfport, but I'm Moss Point born, I'm Moss Point bred. When I die, I'll be a Moss Point Titan.
Absolutely. You gotta respect it though, man. You gotta respect it, man. My dad feels the same. My dad was originally from Biloxi. Yeah. But he supported me good because me and my brother, you know, my sister went there. But at the end of the day, man, my dad said, I'm from Holly Street, man. He's Biloxi. Oh yeah. That's why, you know, so I definitely gotta respect it. Everybody else gotta respect it as well, man. So let's kind of just jump into the middle school part of it, man. Okay. You know, how was that for you as far as that moment you knew, man, okay, I really can be good at sports? What was that moment for you?
Just the fast forward, like rewind, I always looked at football like I need, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I first started playing, when I was playing in Pee Wee, it was different for me, you know what I'm saying? You know how like everybody always have something that they do, you know, hey man, first time talking to a girl, man, I got my first pair of J's. Man, for me, it was always the game. It was like, damn, like every day I would do this, I would come alive, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, this is something I want to do. Right. So a lot of people get on here, you know, get on stage and they say, man, I used to play football, I ain't never wanted to get hit. Shit, I loved about it. It was a thrill, it was an excitement. Then I fell in love with like the helmets, the cleats. So when I knew I really was gonna be good in middle school, I was at Mayo, 7th grade year. And I was staying with my grandmother. And so things happened where I had to come over here. So as I come over here, I had to introduce myself, I had to reinvent myself. And I went to Bellevue. And that's where I met Tavares and Jason Eastland. So Tavares was the big man on campus. He was a big dog. He was a 7th grader playing, an 8th grader. My bad, 8th grader playing on 9th grade.
Yeah,
so I was like, man, you know what? These boys don't know nothing about me. They just know I'm from Jackson County. You know what I'm saying? They know I'm from Mars Point. So they know, they expected some kind of football. So when I went out there at Bellevue, man, I did my thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was the fastest man on the team. Yeah. Scored a lot of touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Definitely did your thing. And then there's another person I gotta definitely highlight. You just mentioned Tavares Crosby, Josh Johnson. Like when I got moved up, man, y'all showed so much love to me, man. Like it was huge because I was like this. When I got moved up from 9th grade, man, the game was faster. And then I just leaned on y'all for understanding it because y'all were just giving me the game and like you need to get ready. They just kept ready. You're not gonna play. You're not gonna play this playoff game, but we gonna tell you how to roll.
How to roll. And see, one thing about me and Tavares, we gonna always have history. Just speaking on the coach and just speaking of our era. To me, we the top 2 best running backs on the coast. Because I feel like this. We did it 7th grade, we did 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. He always been my fullback, I always been his teammate.
Right.
You understand? Because when they brought us together, Central and Bellevue, they merged us together. It was the first time ever. We was the first group.
Right.
And Coach Floyd from Central, he was like, I got my Central guys. He had Anthony Bell, Boone Wilson, Josh Johnson. And Bellevue was me and Tavares. And he was like, well, we're gonna run these back sets till we figure it out. So me and Tavares really put it down, you know what I'm saying? The other competition, it was fair, but it wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? When I say it was fair, it was more of like, we'll score 3 touchdowns, they'll score 2. So Coach Floyd, if you seeing this, you know Candy tell the truth. You understand? Bellevue. So me and Tavares put it down and I really just think, man, about the game, it's like this. When you know you got it. Man, I used to be in my room at night, on Thursday night, and I would play the music so loud, man, my mama would come in there and cuss me out. But I was so much in the zone, bro. And that's when I knew the game, I was ready for the game, because the night before the game, man, I'm sweating, I can't sleep, I'm bumping music, I'm just moving, I'm playing the game before the game. And Friday come, man, I put that helmet on, like I told you, dog, it was the helmet, it was the shoulder pad, it was the cleat. When I put it all on, man, chest on, just hit me, boom, my heart. I'm like, man, I'm live. And then when I get it, I get to chill. And man, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting to get the ball. And when I get it, bro, I knew what I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I knew that if you gave me 3 steps on the defense, it's 6. Hell, the other team knew it was 6. You know what I'm saying? So it was always like that with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I always had that. I wasn't a dog. I was more like a monster, I consider, because I ran with dogs. I did that. But they knew when I was on the other side of them, they knew what I could do. They knew the damage I can do to a team or a defense.
Absolutely, boy. You was a blazer, man.
It
was a blazer, man. Try to take that, that part of your game, try to add it to mine. Because I was a quick guy. I was a quick twitch guy. Then just talking to you and just taking all that. I gotta be fast like Charles Hall. Alan White, he was my homeboy, my brother. He was like, you gotta run the ball like Charles Hall. And it was a saying when you said, who you gonna ball like Charles Hall? Like trying to rap, like we just had a little thing though, man. But you was definitely that person up there, that athlete that was just definitely did his thing, man. And then I remember like you, Josh Johnson, and Tavares. 1,000 yard rushes. Like that was I don't know, that don't happen. They don't even happen in college like so that's you got something you can back up on. If you feel like he's the best one, then he was 1,000 yard rushing Tavares, and then Josh was too.
So I know when we gonna just talk and just keep it real, okay? We ran the wing tee. Okay? You had 3 people touch the ball. Nobody don't know the wing tee. The fullback gonna get the ball the most. So Tavares touched the ball from 25 to, we'll say 25 to 16. Josh is touching 16 to 10. I took it from 10 to 8. But my 10 to 8 carry, I'm hitting 120 yards. I'm getting 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting it out the park. I'm doing the thing what they call, we had a play called Sally.
They used to do that.
Sally.
Charles Hall would come through that move, you do that little step,
and
go.
So
that was your home run.
When I say I feel like I know that we were the best, dynamic duo with it. You know, I know not the Josh, you know what I'm saying? But when you watched it, like you expect it to watch to pound. And you like, okay, he gonna pound. But we gonna watch number 7. Cause that's Saturday too. You already know. Once I get north or south,
it's house call.
It's house call. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say my numbers back it up, declaring legend will tell you. Yeah. I've been scoring touchdowns so much, man, to a point in high school I was getting touchdown crazy.
Yeah. You definitely did.
Yeah, man, yeah. Like I was saying, I just left off. I want to tell every youngster out there, every kid out there, let me tell you something, dog. When you play this game, any sport, you know, people gonna have their criticism about you, they gonna say things about you, but look, you made yourself. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't understand that you can do it, who else? You don't need a coach. A coach needs you. All you gotta do is yes sir, no sir. And if you don't make it your first try, you got another try. Every time you get up, you can do it, dog. This thing, what kids gotta understand is, hey man, every day is an opportunity. That's all you want. I was playing in the offense where I had to prove myself all the time. All the time. I was in a 3-back running field, like he said, 3 running back. We all had 1,000 yards. I had to run. I had to run the ball 8 carries, 6 carries, 5 carries. I never had the pleasure of 25 carries, 30 carries. Clarence Legend got it. You got it in Sun Harold. It's everywhere. You see it. Numbers don't lie. So I just want to say that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And let them know, man, that the dog days over with. Be a problem. Be a monster. Believe in yourself. Be confident. If you the best, scream from the mountaintop. Tell them prove you wrong. Because they can't prove you wrong, man. Can't nobody tell you what you're going to be but you. It's in you. You can't just wake up one morning, that's Charles Hall. He think he fast. No, I woke up every morning. I'm fast. I woke up every morning. I'm a monster. I woke up every night. I'm a beast. Be yourself, man. Don't let nobody kill your character, because then that kills your spirit, and that kills your game, and that kills your whole everything. So, you know.
And Charles, where you're like, you know, I think you was real. I never saw this side of you.
Yeah.
Because you really was a humble athlete. You weren't really talking crazy to people like that.
Yeah.
But where did that confidence come from? Like as a player when you was a kid, like how did you develop that confidence?
Man, I think I got it. I think when I really honest is when I was hearing people speaking on my name while I was there. You know, they play on your top, as you used to say. You can hear people saying things, you know, like, well, he just fast and he think he this, he think he that. But I ain't need no validation from nobody. I never need nothing from nobody. My confidence came because, like I say, the night before, man, I harnessed the zone. I was already locked in. I was just waiting on my time.
Right.
I was like, okay, let me do me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put some pressure on them.
Yeah.
I'm putting pressure on coaches. That's why a lot of coaches in Go Boy High, they always say Charles run his mouth, because I'm applying pressure. Yeah. Say, dog, it's 7-0.
Keep me that ball.
Coach come up to me, hey, you ready to run the ball? Man, what you been waiting on, man? They already in score. Guess what he gonna hop off? Saturday too.
Yeah. House.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he watching this, he know.
Yeah.
He know. He needed 7, he had 7. Yeah. So my confidence always was in me, dog, because it's just been in me. It was bred in me. Like I said, when you come from Jackson County, man, we bred this, man. The water, the air, everything over there is different.
The river city.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah, and you gotta know this too, dog. And I'm not knocking Gulfport. I'm gonna say this real talk. Gulfport has the most talented people that walk in the face of earth. Gulfport High School has the most talent on the coast. It just needs to be harnessed. It just needs to be somebody come in and pull it in and say, hey man, here it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have people who understand this. Being an athlete, though, is different. When you're a superstar athlete, or when you know you're good, other people can't understand how you feel. So another way for you to express yourself is you act out on the field. Man, give me the ball. Say, man, I'm better than him. It ain't nothing. If you find that messing up the team, then you crazy. You never been a winner.
Right.
Because competition like competition.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes you better, man.
Yeah.
That definitely raise your game, man.
Yeah.
So, man, you was definitely one of those top athletes in football. And then you go into the track. Man, tell everybody that you really didn't like.
So now we gonna get in this right here, and we gonna put it on wax.
Okay, let's go.
First of all, I didn't like track. Don't like track. Can't stand track. You understand me? I didn't never want to do track.
Yeah.
So the story went like this. This is how it all started. I was running track as a freshman. And Coach Jones, you know how he is.
Yes.
Oh, you got some speed, he gonna run up to you. Oh, you gotta run track. You gonna run track. I'm like, bro, look here, man, I don't even want to do this. So he's like, yeah, you gonna run track. You gonna run track. You know, Seneca and all them. Yeah. See, now I ran track with these guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These horses now.
Right.
They, like Coach John said, excuse me, they some dogs. But I keep telling you, I'm a monster. The dog days always think you got a monster. So we ran track. I get to my freshman year. It's the last race. You know you always have your last race at Gulfport High.
Right.
Bro, it's pouring down rain. I mean, it's pouring. You can't even see it in front of your hand. I run the 100. They just give me the award. They say, oh, you won. You been winning all this year. So shit, you might as well consider you the winner. Ain't nobody beat you. Yeah. So Coach John coming to the next day. He said, hey, I want you at track practice at such and such time. You know I ain't lying because he did it to you. He gonna come right up to you in the front. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go out here. So me and Josh Johnson, he said, I'm gonna move one of y'all up, but y'all gonna race for a track suit. So I told Josh, I said, look here, Josh, I really don't want to run track. You can have it. So we gets out there, Coach John looking for me. He like, where all at? Where all at? So I finally go out there the next day, right? Yeah. So I beat Josh for the track suit. Then I beat Bird for the track suit. Yeah. Then I beat Turan for the track suit. Then I beat Duran Groner for the track suit. Yeah. But I never could race Leroy. Yeah. Never could race Leroy because we was on different time. Like I'm a freshman, you know, he up there, so he got other things going on. He out of sports. Yeah. So Coach John was like, okay, I'm gonna let you run with us. I'm gonna let you run with us. You earned it. So the whole time I'm like, man, I don't know, cause then I'm looking at Cisco Kid, I'm looking at Leroy, I'm looking at Seneca, I'm looking at all these big dog names. I'm a freshman, bro. Yeah. So I'm like, man, these boys, they finna eat my lunch. But then in Jackson County, they like, shit, man, they gonna do it, then they gonna have to do me then, you know what I'm saying? Right. So we gets out there, Jones put me against Leroy. Leroy beat me. Leroy beat me now, it's crazy, it get crazy now, he beat me, so I'm sitting there like, damn, man, he beat me. So me and Tavoy's getting ready to walk home, Leroy and Seneca together. And I don't know if they remember this story. So I told Leroy, I was talking to him, like, man, you can't beat me, man, I was lucky. Yeah. So I had some black Air Max on, like, no bullshit, 95. So he said, I'll race you for your shoes. I said, I looked at Tavoy. Tavoy looked at me. Tavoy's like, man, do it. I said, all right, we're gonna race for my shoes. So we get down, me and Leroy. That boy shoot out on him. I said, ooh, he did it again. Boy, I said, give me your shoes. I had to go home and tell my mom, they took my shoes, cuz. I was like, oh, hell no, this ain't going. So Tavoy looking at me like, dang. So he was like, I'm gonna let you get your get back. Shit, rule number one, when you got a man down, you better keep it down. Yeah. So the second time I beat him, so I give him shoes back. So then when I beat him, I ain't gonna lie, this when I got my track competition. I just beat a superstar. Yeah. I just beat a superstar. I be one of the top guys on the coast. I'm like, oh man, everybody else will get hell. Yeah. It's hell on wheels now. Yeah. So I come back, we running the 4x1. Coach Jones put me in first leg. See, Coach Jones will play on you too. He play with you mentally. You get that first leg and Leroy at fourth. Yeah. He's the fourth leg. I'm like, oh man, Leroy, I beat him. Yeah. So I ran that, we win. But down the line, Coach Jones was like, man, I gotta make a change. So he put me in the 100. As a freshman, dog, put me in the 100. That's crazy. And I won. And then I just started winning. Then I went to fourth leg. So I'm running against 10th, 11th, 12th graders. I'm a freshman. Yeah. And I went to state as a freshman. Bro. I don't know if it ever been done.
I can't recall.
And when I named myself the fastest man in the state, nobody won that before me. So if you ever call yourself the fastest man in the state, that's a self-made title. That was the heat I put on myself. They didn't have that title. That title made up by me.
They put it in the yearbook your senior year to the fastest man in the state.
I made that because like I told you, man, you believe in yourself, dog. Yeah. When you a monster or you a dog, like I said, the dog days over, be a monster, man. Tell these folks you a problem. Tell them, that's why I tell them. My kids, you know, I got 4 boys. I tell them the same thing, man. I tell any kid, if you out here listening, watch this, man. Hey, man, have charisma, have charm. Be cocky. Then I told you, don't let my cockiness, my arrogance offend you, man. Some people just got it. You had it. You see what I'm saying? And when you try to shut it in, bro, you mess it athlete up. You mess it mentally, bro. Because
I agree with you.
So let me ask you a question. Did you ever talk to college coach when you was in high school?
It was my senior year. From 11th grade, I got a phone call from Rice. Rice had offered me on the phone.
Yeah.
But that was the only one that junior year. And then after the season, like when it was time to sign it, then that's when they started coming. But it wasn't like that real.
See, I knew I was done. My 10th grade year, I got kicked off the team. Hey, I went rogue, man. I went renegade because guess what? I knew I was the best, but I was in the system where the man told me when he first met me, he said, look here, Charles, you might be fast, you might be this, but seniors play first. Come on, man, where that's at? Where do you tell the best person on the team, he got to sit behind the guy because he finna graduate. Man, life ain't like that. Shit, you can't tell the phone company, hey man, look, I gotta pay my oldest son bills first and then come back and pay y'all, man. You gotta pay up, man. And so, you know, that's why I say, I never talked to a college coach. Never. I had one offer, and it was perfect.
That's crazy.
The day the man came and got me, man, he pulled me out the room. I told the story earlier. As soon as he came and got me, I told him I commit. Because I got kicked off the team. That's what I'm telling you. Your story never over with, man. You writing a book. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you.
I got kicked off the team, man. I went crazy on everybody because I wanted that rock, man. I needed that rock, man. I wanted that touch that title, man. That was a feeling for me. That was like my first kiss. That was my first love, man. You telling me I can't get this? You telling me straight up, man, hey, you gotta wait. And then I'm running behind this robot, he get 3 yards. And I'm like, man, come on, bud.
Yeah.
Like, how this work? You know, back to the track thing. Yeah, you know. And man, I tell you what too, I caught hell for saying I'm the fastest man in the state of Mississippi. Everywhere I went. Man, I had a target on my back. My partner over there, he'll tell you. I was at the past parade, man. Dude seen me. He said, man, I want to race you. I heard how fast you is. I want to race you.
At the past parade.
At the past parade. I'm looking at this dude, he yoked up. He in college. I'm like, man, this dude finna blow my door. So Coach, I was going like, man, you got it. You got it. Coach, she cranking me up. He said, look, we gonna race it for 200.
Oh, that's go out.
He said, we're gonna race him for 200. He said, but you better beat him. I said, Coach, I don't know, man. I said, man, this dude in college. Man, we get up there, and we come around the curve in the pad.
Yeah.
I get down there, they said, go. Man, all I was thinking about, man, if I lose this dude right here, man, I ain't gonna get the end of it, because there's people out there, bro. Right. So I'm coming around that curve, I blow his door. I said, man, look here, man, I might got something. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I'm like, I got something. Yeah, that's when I knew how my juice was up being out there.
Man, so how many times did you win state in 100?
I won it twice.
Twice.
I came in second twice.
Okay.
Because like I said, my freshman year was a guy from Natchez. Man, he was moving like a cheat.
Yeah.
But see, look, what messed him up was when he first raced me the first time, he said, hey man, he said, what grade did you in? You know, he said, no, that's how he talk. I'm like, man, I'm in 9th grade. He said, what? He said, you in the 9th grade? I said, yeah. He said, man, I ain't even never ran against nobody like that. He said, man, you gonna be something. Yeah. He said, but you got to deal with me another year. Yeah. So I was like, you know, man, but you know, and that's what builds my confidence, man. You know, but like you said, I never did like track. There's no knock to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to go fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were just athletic enough to do it.
Yeah, man. And I could have played other sports.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I recommend. You know, play multiple sports, but when you're on the football field, man, nowadays play every sport. In track, use track as a stepping stone. Run it. Do it because it builds up your endurance, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So, man, you did mention that, you know, Perk was one of the, coach was one of the football schools that offers you. How was your college experience?
Rough. Rough.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Was it more, okay, because mine was a little bit the same way too, not to take away from your story, but it was a culture shock for me because I always was the fastest. Yep. I always was the most athletic. And then when I got over there, oh, God, this dude fast like me. So what was your experience?
Perk, when I was going there, it was like, you done. Like.
And let's put it in context too.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go.
Nobody wanted to go.
That was, it was like, it
but
wasn't.
I'm telling you, I wanted to go to Perk.
Yeah, because
that's all I had.
Yeah.
That's all I
so
you
know what I mean? Humble power, like, I'm going to Perk.
Oh, yeah.
But people will paint this picture that Perk was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it really probably ain't never been there.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, though.
Yeah, it was more like rough for me because I was a father at the time, you know what I'm saying? I had my first son, I was young. And it was just more like, man, this is where you go to die. This is where you go where the coach gonna forget your name, and people ain't gonna never, oh, I knew he was gonna be nothing. And then I had all my friends there. And it was like, okay, dang, I'm finna watch all my friends melt away. Like this all we got, so we gonna fade. In the first year, I played running back. When I got there, they told me I was gonna play cornerback. And I never played cornerback, I played free safety. I was just terrible at free safety. And it was a rough transition because now you with a whole bunch of stars and you ain't a star. You gotta reinvent yourself. You got to start all over. But Coach Wright was so, I'm gonna give him his flowers. He played the game how the game supposed to play for a college athlete. He put it in the newspaper. Now all this stuff I'm telling y'all, these are facts. Look it up. He put it in Sun Herald. He said, Charles Hall have a chance to start. Man, I ain't have a day in hell, a flashlight. But he knew he was gonna get back to me. You see what I'm saying? To boost my confidence because he seen it. Man, Perk, when we got there, you could see it in guys' eyes, man. They were ready to walk out of there. They was like, man, I'm done. But then, you know, after a while, I started taking stuff. I used to take a lot of stuff for granted. I stopped taking it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Right. And Perk made me further my career at the end of the day. Perk taught me some things that no high school, if I went straight to a college, I would never have. Perk made me something that I was in the future to go forward. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you being a first-time father too, because one of my partners, Larry, he was a first-time father while we was at Perk, and he was struggling too because he wanted to see his baby. He wanted to go back to his girl and his baby. Yeah. Was you having moments like that too? Like, man, I got to see my son. Man, I really ain't, especially if they made you mad. So they made you mad, I'm ready to go home. Because then we always on the coast, so you can slide back home, come back. Was you having moments like that too?
I was having moments of this. Man, how I'm gonna look at these people in the eye and say I'm gonna quit? You know, I don't, man, me personally, I'm me. How can I look at this young lady and my son, now that's my wife, I can see her and say, man, I'm finna quit on y'all because I ain't no superstar, I ain't no monster, I would be a quitter. So that moment never hit me. It was always just trying to figure out, man, how I'm gonna fit in, because you got 2 years, bro. You don't have nothing 2 years, 2 years go like that. So I was having in my corner, and she made it so easy for me, I could never miss it. But it was always in my head, like, dog, how I'm gonna dig deep, because I'm not a superstar no more. You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
And that's why I say Perk made me, because I always want to play running back. I was like, man, I'm just a running back by heart, but I'm a plus 75. Man, you know how running back built, man. When you get to college.
That area, your area, you played like, you get teeth off.
Yeah,
that's dope though, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Perk did the same thing to me. Man. Like, you know, made me dig deep. You know, had to really overcome obstacles, injuries and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, you came out of it. So, you know, do you remember like your best game you had that made you kind of like, okay, I'm gaining to be a superstar. I get that superstar feeling.
It was homecoming, bro. And we had to block a kick. We had to block a kick, right? So all week, I've been like just in and out, in and out, in and out. And by the record, I didn't get kicked off the team in Perk, but I did get put out a couple games. So I'm still a problem, you dig? So I'm in the game, and we've been trying to block kicks. So they finally blocked the kick. Boom. They blocked the kick, right? And the ball bounced 2-3 times. I picked it up. And all I seen in front of me was great. Hey, man, I shot out the king. Boom. And back then, Josephine Johnny was the thing.
Oh, that was the thing.
Man, I got jeans on. I hit the Josephine Johnny. I said, man, I'm back alive, man. I'm still alive. I'm still alive, man. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then, you know, that was my first year. Then my second year, man, it was a cakewalk, man. You know what I'm saying?
So did you get more coaches to come talk to you? Or how did that process go for you?
Now that process there, man, you know, I'm gonna tell every young man this here. You ain't a man. Because you got a baby, you ain't a man. Don't mean you're a man because you gotta do man things. What makes you a man is handling your business. A lot of guys on my team, we didn't handle our business. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real, we didn't handle our business. So when the college coach came, they did a culture shop. It ain't no more, I gotta wait on this coach, wait on that coach. They sit you down. Say, man, they go, oh, boom, let's talk about, hey, man, why you ain't got your grades? Why you make the class? Why you ain't doing this here?
Right.
Man, I love everything you got on film, but I can't have that. I gotta go somewhere. Hey, that's coach after coach after coach. But they always said this, every recruit. He said, man, this is the only school that I go to, and every guy in here vouch for every other guy. Because at the end of the day, man, like I say, perk will make you, like it break you.
Absolutely.
And so
that's on you, man. That's a boy.
yeah. So when I got my first college coach, man, he coaching at TCU right now, man, Carlton Bucks. And Woody Weinheim. He coached the 72 Steelers where they went to Steel Curtain. He coming up with the big Super Bowl rings on.
Yeah. They
sitting down, I'm chopping up the film. I'm putting my tape together.
Yeah.
So my coach say, hey, somebody want to holler at you. So I come in there, sit down. First time ever talking to a college coach, I'm thinking I'm a man. I'm sitting up there like, yeah. Because I done talked to a few of them, so now I already know they finna go to A. So they looking at like, well, man, hey, you got a couple things that you need to clean up. You know what I'm saying? They say, we offer you a scholarship. Can we count on you as a man to clean this up? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Ain't no thing. They was like, all right. They said, we gonna believe in you now. We gonna go back and tell Hal Money. Hey, we gonna believe in you. And if you know Hal Money, like you said, he invented the air raid. He come from Kentucky. So I'm like doing my research on him. I'm like, Hal Money, I'm gonna go play with the big boy. You know what I'm saying? And then it was a sense of like, man, hey, I'm here now. I'm one step from my dream. Because I always said I just need the opportunity, bro. Like, so when that happened, man, I felt like, man, you know, everything that people said or did about me, I couldn't ever change it because that's the way they felt. But my actions would surpass everything that they say. So when they say something, I was always like, you know what? This right here, Southeastern, gonna be the one.
Right.
I'm telling you, dog, like when I went up there, I went on my own, by my own. I didn't have my mom, my dad, nobody. I drove myself to the visit. I had a little Ford Mustang. I drove myself to the visit. I did the visit. Man, I walked around, I was just looking at these folks like, man, y'all don't know what y'all got. I come from the trap. Football term, we had purpose the trap. You gotta take your own clothes on to get them washed. Hey, you gonna eat one time a day. Yeah, you gonna sleep on the real live hot cotton. Yeah, so, you know.
Absolutely, so man, you know, you was fortunate that most kids don't get to do is go to college.
Yep.
You know, you was able to do that with your son and your wife back at home.
Yeah.
Southeastern, man, what was that experience like? Give us a brief description about
Straight love, man.
Yeah.
Straight love.
Yeah, he loved.
I'm tagged. They say,
Yeah.
Okay. The guy in love, man, that was it, man.
Yeah.
Like I told you, that was it. Like when you walking somewhere, dog, or you put some shoes on, you put your unit on, and you know it's you, it was me.
Yeah.
It was me all the way. You remember that feeling I told you when I first started, from the helmets to the shoulder pad? Man, I got that same feeling again. I was like, man, then I'm doing that cornerback.
Yeah.
That corner.
Yeah.
Not that running back.
Learn a whole new position.
Learn a whole new position. So then it was just, that what just woke me, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this something good, you know what I'm saying?
And you get an opportunity to play on the next level at Southeastern.
Man, at the Southeastern, man, I did 2 years. I made All-State. You know, my last year, I never got scored on, never gave up a touchdown. And then I did my pro days. That was fun, you know what I'm saying?
Man, what was your 40 time? I've never asked you.
So in high school, it was a 4.3. At Perk, I ran 4.2. No, I didn't run the 4.2. I ran the 4.3 flat. I think I ran the 4.29 or 4.3. Because it was somebody ran faster than me.
Oh,
but that was in 40. But once we got past the 40, the 50, and the 60, he wasn't nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? I blew it though. But I ran a 4.3, 4.2, 4.45. Shoot, the dude that beat me in the 40, he ran a 4.21.
I believe you.
Yeah. So I had more like, I didn't have no 10.2, 10.5, you know. I don't care about all the records, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just a story. Like in my area, if you was somebody, I dog Cisco, Leroy, any of them. If they see me in the streets, you can check me. I was the best. I was the fastest. You couldn't mess with me, nobody.
Yeah.
So I never cared about the time. I just cared about the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't even doubt that. I hope y'all knew definitely one of the fastest in the state period.
Yeah. But you know, like you said about the NFL thing. Well, if they don't know the NFL thing, that was an experience. You know, I was sitting at home. You know, I did my pro dates. You know, they take you through everything, right? So I'm looking like, man, I'm really shocked now. Like now I'm overwhelmed by this thing. Now I'm like, shit, I done got these folks' attention. I done got the wrong attention. I wanted the attention, now I got the attention. I'm talking about the Jets, Lions, Cleveland Browns, you know what I'm saying? Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I'm out on the field, working out in front of these folks, man. I'm looking like, man, this is on. It's me and Felton Luggins, that was our receiver. And man, I did that, I came back to go for it. And me and Keith was at home watching the draft because I kept building a relationship with the Cleveland guy. And I had a former friend I played football with named Antoine Spin. He played for the New England Patriots. So he was always mentoring me through the thing. He was like, yeah, cuz, he was like, if you don't know, man, just watch the ticker, man, and just keep your phone on because somebody may call you. Just show you how tight he was. I was like, no, ain't nobody call me. I'm at Southeast and I put up a couple numbers, you know what I'm saying? So we get off the phone, me and Keisha watching me. Boom, phone ring. I see a New York number. I'm like, New York? I pick up, it's like, hey, we the New York Jets, we just let you know that we got you on our board. We getting into the later rounds, which is the 7th round. They was like, hey, we interested in you. You know what I'm saying? We want to give you a free agent spot. So I was like, cool, like a kid in cancer. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna do the Jets, man. Then we sit there, phone ring again. It's Cleveland. I'm like, this really happened now. So I picked the phone up, like, hello, like, hey, this is Cleveland Browns. And the scout that worked now, he said, hey, Charles, we really liked it. He said, have you heard from anybody? I'm like, yeah. But I'm telling the whole time, like, people blowing me. I'm like, yeah, the Jets didn't hit me. Detroit, Jacksonville. He's like, well, look, I guarantee you this. He said, we got a pick in the 7th round. It's gonna come between you and the tackle. I was like, bet. He's like, yeah, because we can use you as like a free safety, flex player, you know. So I was like, bet. I was like, all right. So I hung the phone up. I'm telling Keisha, I'm like, they called me, man. I'm like, oh man, I'm ready for another phone call. Yeah. So they get to the 7th round. They feel ready to get their pick. He called me. So I'm like, I'm gonna get drafted. Man, it's over. My boy said, well, look here, we gonna take that line. He said, but your contract on the way. As the ticker going on, this NFL draft going on, he said, we got your contract, we faxed it to you. Boom. I mean, soon as the draft over, boom, I had my fax, I had my contract, signed my contract, forwarded back to him. And my cousin, well, I call him my cousin, Span called me, he was like, say, man, I heard you already signed. You the first person to sign.
I really, Charles, I know you're not lying. I was in Harrisonburg.
Yeah.
I'm at my girl house.
Yeah.
She was living in Pillow. She was one of them kids. Charles Hall, Southeastern, Cleveland Brown. I'll never forget that.
Yep.
It was like, I got chills.
Yep.
Like, Charles, he got picked up.
Yep.
I'll never forget that.
Yep. And man, I'm humble. You know what I'm saying? I like to rumble. I like to do my thing on the field. But when it hit me and my old lady was sitting there, I really wasn't like jumping up and down, running around. I was still at the point like, okay, here it is. Yeah. Like, here you go.
Man, just the fact that you got the opportunity, Charles, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's another reason I bring you. People may not know that.
Yeah.
People may not know that you get the opportunity to tell your story.
Yeah.
I knew it because I'm just, like I already expressed how I feel about you.
Yeah.
I knew you got a chance to play the Cleveland Browns. Got a chance. You got inside locker rooms. That's a 1%, bro.
Yeah.
That's so you got your chance. You know, you got an opportunity to stick your chest out.
And that's why I tell you, you know, they always tell you, they'll say this little saying, oh, a rose grew out of concrete. Excuse my language, a rose grew out of concrete. Bullshit. You know the most interesting thing? A plant that can grow in the shade. A one don't need no sunlight. A one don't need this. I didn't have all that. I didn't have the coaches. I wasn't the favorite. I was the loudest. I was all that. I was in the shade. But look how far I got. I feel me?
Absolutely.
So don't ever think you gotta be that one. It ain't going right, bro. No, you don't need no sunlight. You don't need that shine. It's in you. It's in you. And what God got for you, ain't no man on this face earth gonna shine.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, man. And you know, before I leave this earth, I'll do anything. I want to tell everybody this, bro. It comes upon a time we can play this game for so long, but don't never take it for granted. The people that you inspire, the things that you do. Take the good with the bad, dog. Because you need evil and good. Everything goes together. But some kind of way, as a young man, it's gonna make you, bro. Don't never let no situation get bigger than you. You the situation. You can handle it. Hey man, you can handle anything about it. I'm telling you, bro, I never was the top favorite. Never made the clan legend. Remember that? Never was talked about. But everybody that was above me, I surpassed them, bro. You got guys going to Alabama, and I was at Cleveland Brown. They trying out. I had an NFL contract. I signed. I got a signing bonus.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You got guys in the SEC can't even get on the field.
That's real, man.
So If they ever tell you can't do something, if you ever feel like, hey man, it ain't working out, man, go to D2, go to JUCO, go all them places, man, it's gonna make you. Because if it's in you, it's in you. I can't.
Hey, that's the best advice you
Yeah.
can give, man.
Yeah.
Charles, man, I know we can stay all night.
Oh yeah, man.
But man, I'm not gonna hold you. I know you want you to enjoy the rest of your trip here, man. I know, you know, you and your wife and your family, man. But again, man, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, I want to say something. I want to send something out to Meacham. I want to send something out to my family. My oldest son, Meacham, Ace, and Scott. You know, Daddy love you, man. And one more thing, man. I lost a friend. I just found this out recently, named Tremaine Moore, one of the best tight ends on the coast. You know what I'm saying? Man, we just gotta stop. Everybody gotta stop this senseless crime, this everything. I ain't trying to get up here and say I'm better than them. But, man, we need these people, man.
Absolutely.
You need to give everybody these flowers, man. You need to appreciate everybody, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Man, appreciate you.
Oh, man.
It's
It's all good.
Man, it's Shabbat McClellan, man. SMACM World. See you next time.
Already.
Yeah, Chico, talking to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpick in your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?